Okay, so get this. Notre Dame is back
Condemn.
in action.
This December.
Back in action.
Back in action.
After, like, what, 5 years?
Years? Yeah.
Of intense restoration.
Intense.
Can you imagine?
Oh.
You're just strolling along the Seine.
Yeah.
Maybe croissant in hand.
Ooh.
And those bells of Notre Dame are ringing out
What's going
across the city
Yeah.
for the first time since that fire.
I know. Can you imagine?
Goosebumps, right?
I know. It's going to be amazing.
We're going to dive deep into this grand reopening today, way beyond the headlines. We've got like a stack of articles here.
We do.
From Le Figaro, Post to Reuters that give us like an all-access pass to the event.
Yes.
All the meticulous work, the security frenzy.
Yes.
And even a guest list that would make like a Hollywood premiere blush.
Oh, tell me about it.
By the end of this deep dive, you'll be the most informed Notre Dame expert
I was going to say.
at your next Parisian-themed trivia night.
At your next Parisian dinner party.
Guaranteed.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well,
I don't know about Trivia Champion, but
right.
but you'll definitely have some fascinating insights
I think so.
to share. This isn't just another church reopening. This is
December 7th and 8th
it's a global moment.
of 2024.
Yes.
Mark your calendars, folks.
Yeah.
It's been a long road
It has.
back from the 2019 fire.
It has.
But the cathedral is finally ready
Yes, it is.
to welcome people back.
It's ready.
Speaking of that restoration,
Yeah.
it's
It's unbelievable.
mind-boggling.
It is.
Over 2,000 artisans
Yes.
from all across France,
All across France.
many using techniques
Yeah.
passed down for generations,
Generations.
have dedicated themselves to this project.
I know. It's really incredible.
Imagine the spire,
Yeah.
crafted with the same meticulous care
Uh-huh.
as the original,
Very original.
and the stained glass windows,
Mm-hmm.
each piece painstakingly restored
Uh-huh.
to their former glory.
I know. It's really something.
I'm already picturing like those jewel-toned colors filtering through the space.
I know. It's it must be breathtaking.
It must be breathtaking.
It is.
It seems like they spared no expense on this restoration.
No expense spared.
Right.
Yeah.
840
840 million euros.
million.
Yeah.
That's a staggering
Staggering. It is, and it reflects a deep commitment
Wow.
from France
Yeah.
and really the world
Mm-hmm.
to preserving this
Yeah.
cultural heritage.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it.
Yeah.
In a time when we're facing so many pressing issues like
Oh, I know.
climate change,
Yeah.
economic instability,
Right.
the fact that they dedicated such a vast sum
Yeah.
to restoring this centuries-old cathedral
Mm-hmm.
speaks volumes about the value we place on history,
Right.
art, and tradition.
That's such a great point.
Yeah.
I mean, we often hear about historic sites
Yes.
crumbling
Yes.
due to lack of funding.
Yes.
So to see this kind of global effort
Uh-huh.
to resurrect Notre Dame
To see it come back to life.
is truly inspiring.
It is.
And speaking of global effort,
Yes.
the guest list
Oh, yeah.
for this
My
reopening
guest list is
basically the ultimate power lunch.
it's unbelievable.
Right.
Yeah.
President Macron is hosting,
He's hosting.
and he's invited like
everyone.
everyone
Oh, sure.
from world leaders
World leaders to cultural icons.
to cultural icons. We're talking Donald Trump,
Donald Trump making a
a
rare
rare international appearance.
international appearance.
Prince William. Hold on, back up.
Stepping in for King Charles.
Yeah, Donald Trump.
Who's under the weather?
Didn't he swear off international travel?
Volodymyr Zelensky,
And no Joe Biden.
the Emir of Qatar.
Okay.
And I believe we're looking at about 35 other heads of state.
Wow, so you've got all these powerful figures
Yeah.
descending upon Paris for this event.
Yeah.
They must be turning the city into, like, a fortress.
You're not wrong.
Right.
The security measures in place are on par with the Olympics.
What makes this event
The entire Ile de la Cité, where Notre Dame sits,
require that level of security?
is going completely pedestrian,
I mean, aside from the
and the surrounding areas will have extremely limited access.
obvious high-profile attendees,
Uh-huh.
are there specific concerns
Well,
that they're addressing?
you've got to consider the symbolism
Right.
of Notre Dame itself.
Yeah.
It's not just a beautiful building.
Right.
It's a representation of France's history,
Mm.
culture,
Oh, yeah.
and even national identity
Right.
after the trauma of the fire.
Mhm.
And in the current global climate,
Yeah.
the potential for any kind of disruption
Right.
is a huge concern.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I imagine it's causing quite a stir for the Parisians
Oh,
who live in the area.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Imagine this.
Yeah.
No garbage collection for 2 days.
Right.
Limited vehicle access.
Seriously.
Shops and restaurants temporarily closed.
Oh.
And residents need special permission just to be inside their own homes during the event.
Oh.
It's quite a disruption.
That really drives home how seriously they're taking security.
Oh, yeah.
But all this talk of lockdown
Yeah.
and restricted access makes me wonder,
Yeah.
what about the people who just want to witness this historic moment? Is there any way
Yeah.
for the general public to be part of the festivities?
Yeah. Oh, they've thought of that.
Okay.
While only 3,000 invited guests can attend the ceremony inside.
Oh, wow.
They're setting up these public viewing areas.
Okay.
They're calling them boxes.
Cute.
On the left bank,
Okay.
think giant screens.
Okay.
Real fan zone vibe
Got it.
with space for around 40,000 people.
Wow. So even if you can't be inside, you can still soak up the atmosphere.
Yep.
Experience the energy of the event.
You got it.
Cool. Cool.
And for those who can't make it to Paris,
Right.
French television and radio will be broadcasting the whole shebang.
Okay. That's great for like the main event.
Yeah.
But what about actually visiting Notre Dame
Right.
after the reopening weekend?
Uh-huh.
Is that even possible?
You can definitely visit.
Okay.
It's going to be a hot ticket.
I bet.
Public masses will be held regularly,
Okay.
but those tickets are already booked solid
Wow.
for just sightseeing.
Yeah.
You'll need to make a reservation online
That's right.
starting December 7th.
So it's going to be a bit of a pilgrimage,
A little bit.
but worth it, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah.
But,
Yeah.
I think what's captivating
Mm-hmm.
people's imaginations, even more than the ceremony itself,
Right.
are the stories
Yes.
of the artisans who brought Notre Dame back to life.
Yeah, right. Their dedication is extraordinary.
Yeah.
Le Figaro interviewed some of them. Oh, cool.
And their words are really moving.
I bet.
One woodcarver, Antoine Dolman,
Okay.
traveled from his workshop all the way in the Haut-Rhin region,
Wow.
that's near the German border,
Okay.
to work on the project.
Wow.
He even said,
What'd he say?
we're not many who master these techniques anymore.
It really highlights
Yeah.
that passing of a torch,
Right.
the continuation of a centuries-old tradition.
Absolutely.
That must have been an incredible feeling.
Yeah.
Knowing that you're playing a part in preserving something.
Yeah.
that's so historically significant.
Absolutely. And it wasn't just woodcarvers like Dolman.
Right.
I think stonemasons,
Yeah.
blacksmiths, lead casters,
Yeah.
stained glass artists,
Right.
all coming together,
Wow.
each with their unique skills
Yeah.
to rebuild this iconic structure.
Do you remember reading about those lead casters
Yeah.
who recreated the intricate cresting for the roof?
Yes.
They called it the job of a lifetime.
They did, one of them.
Richard, from a foundry in Loire-Atlantique,
Right.
said, it's beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Not many people get to see this.
Oh, my gosh.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Working on these intricate details,
Yeah.
knowing that only a select few
Right.
would ever truly appreciate the craftsmanship involved.
It's like they were creating
Yeah.
hidden masterpieces
Yeah.
tucked away beneath the grand spectacle.
Right.
It makes you realize
It is.
how much work,
Uh-huh.
how much passion
Uh-huh.
went into every single element
Mhm.
of this restoration.
Exactly. And that dedication from the artisans
Right.
was clearly mirrored by the public's outpouring of support
Yeah.
for the project.
Absolutely.
Remember, we're talking about 840 million euros
That's a lot.
raised from individuals,
Yeah.
organizations,
Mm-hmm.
even countries around the world.
It's really quite remarkable when you think about it.
It is.
It's a testament
Yeah.
not only to the global love for Notre Dame,
Right.
but also to the power of collective action. It's like the world came together,
Yeah.
hand in hand,
Yeah.
to help France piece this symbol of their heritage back together.
It's a beautiful sentiment, isn't it?
It is.
And it speaks to the enduring power of art and culture
Yeah.
to transcend borders.
Totally.
People saw this as more than just a French tragedy. They
Yeah.
saw it as a loss
Yeah.
for all of humanity.
This whole project, the
Yeah.
meticulous restoration,
Yeah.
the global support,
Yeah.
it makes you wonder,
Mm-hmm.
what does it say about our relationship with the past
Right.
in this modern, ever-changing world?
Right.
Do you think restoring these ancient structures
Yeah.
is just about nostalgia,
Right.
or is there something more profound?
It's a question worth pondering.
That play here.
On the one hand, we
Yeah.
live in a world obsessed with the new
Oh, yeah.
and the next big thing.
Right.
But on the other hand,
Yeah.
there's clearly a deep longing to connect with our past, to preserve something tangible
Yeah.
from a different era.
Yeah, I get that.
Perhaps it's a way of grounding ourselves
Yeah.
in a world that often feels chaotic and unpredictable.
It's almost like by restoring these physical structures, we're also restoring a sense of continuity,
Yeah.
a link to the generations who came before us.
And it's not just about sentimentality.
Right.
These structures can teach us valuable lessons
Okay.
about craftsmanship, artistry, and resilience. They
Correct.
remind us that beauty and durability can coexist,
Right.
that some things are built to last.
I love that perspective.
Yeah.
It's like we're learning
It is.
from the ghosts
Yeah.
of architects and artisans past,
Yeah.
absorbing their knowledge and skills through their creations.
Absolutely.
So cool.
Speaking of learning from the past,
Yeah.
let's not forget that this grand reopening,
Right.
this symbol of hope and unity, is taking place against a backdrop
Yeah,
of some very real and complex global challenges.
for sure.
The presence of figures like Trump and Zelensky
Right.
highlights the political tensions
Yeah.
that are simmering beneath the surface.
You're right. It's a stark contrast. Here we have
Yeah.
this incredible feat of restoration,
Right.
a symbol of resilience and shared heritage.
Yeah.
Yet it's happening in a world
Right.
that often feels fractured and divided.
It certainly adds another layer to the story, doesn't it?
It does.
And it makes Macron's decision to invite Trump,
Yeah.
especially given their past disagreements,
Right.
all the more intriguing. Some critics even question the cost
Oh, really?
of this elaborate event,
Wow.
especially with France facing its own economic hurdles.
It's a valid point. It does make you wonder
Yeah.
if those resources could have been used to address
Right.
more immediate needs. But then again, maybe this event
Right.
is exactly what the world needs right now.
Yeah.
A reminder of what's possible when we come together, when we focus on rebuilding
Yeah.
and restoring what's been broken.
It's a delicate balance for sure,
It is. It is.
but one thing is certain.
Yeah.
This event is going to spark a lot of conversation and debate.
Absolutely. Okay, so we've talked about the logistics of attending the event,
Right.
the symbolism of the restoration, and even the political undertones.
Yeah.
But what I'm really fascinated by
Yeah.
are the human stories
Yes.
at the heart of this project.
The artisans.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I keep coming back to those interviews in Le Figaro.
I know. They're really something.
What do you think it must have been like for them
Yeah.
toiling away for years on this historic restoration,
Right.
knowing that their work would be admired for generations to come?
I can only imagine
Yeah.
the sense of responsibility,
Uh-huh.
the pressure to get every detail right,
Oh, yeah.
to honor the legacy of those who built Notre Dame centuries ago.
Right.
But at the same time,
Yeah.
there must have been an incredible sense of pride and accomplishment,
I bet.
of being part of something larger than themselves.
To leave your mark on such an iconic structure,
I know.
to know that your work
Yeah.
will be a part of history,
Uh-huh.
it's almost overwhelming to think about.
It is.
It really speaks to the power of human creativity and dedication.
It does, doesn't it?
It does.
And it reminds us that even in a world that often feels driven by technology
I know.
and instant gratification,
Right.
there's still a place for the slow, meticulous work of the artisan,
Right.
the dedication to craft and tradition.
I wonder if any of them
Right.
ever had moments of doubt,
Uh-huh.
moments where the sheer scale of the project
Right.
felt overwhelming.
I'm sure they did.
Yeah,
Rebuilding something as complex as Notre Dame is
Right.
not without its challenges.
of course.
But they persevered.
Yeah.
They found a way to work together, to blend their individual skills into a collective effort
Yeah,
that ultimately brought this masterpiece back to life.
that's such a powerful message.
It is.
Especially in a world that
Yeah.
often feels so divided and individualistic. It's a reminder that we can achieve incredible things
Yeah.
when we put our minds and hearts together,
Absolutely.
when we focus on a common goal.
And it's not just about grand gestures or massive projects. Think about the small, everyday acts of creation and restoration that happen all around us.
Yeah.
The baker who crafts a perfect loaf of bread,
I love that.
the tailor who mends a torn garment, the gardener who brings a neglected patch of earth back to life.
Right.
These are all expressions of the same human impulse to rebuild, to make things beautiful and whole again.
It's like a ripple effect, isn't it?
It is.
Each act of restoration, no matter how small, contributes to a larger sense of hope and renewal.
Precisely. And maybe that's the most enduring legacy of Notre Dame's reopening.
Yeah.
It's a reminder that even in the face of devastation, even amidst chaos and uncertainty, beauty and hope can prevail.
That's powerful.
It's a story that resonates far beyond the walls of a single cathedral. It's a story that speaks to the very heart of what it means to be human.
It's a beautiful way to put it.
Thank you.
And it makes me even more curious to see how the events of the reopening weekend unfold.
Yeah.
How the world reacts to this symbol of resilience and renewal.
Me too. And luckily, we don't have to wait much longer.
Right.
The festivities kick off on Saturday evening with a ceremony inside the cathedral. Of course, it's invitation only.
Right.
But that doesn't mean we can't get a glimpse of the grandeur.
Oh, do tell. What's on the program?
Well, they're planning a film that highlights the journey from the ashes to the restoration.
Oh, wow.
Some readings.
Okay.
And even musical performances by renowned artists like Renaud and Gauthier Capuçon.
Renaud.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
He's incredible.
I bet the acoustics inside Notre Dame are going to be incredible.
Oh, my God.
Right.
They're going to be amazing.
I can only imagine, the sound of his voice echoing through those vaulted ceilings.
Oh, it's going to be fantastic.
It's going to be so powerful.
And after the ceremony, they're taking the party outside.
Oh, fun.
With a massive concert on the Parvis.
Okay.
That's the square.
Got it.
In front of the cathedral.
Okay.
They're bringing in a star-studded lineup.
Ooh, spill the tea.
Of French and international musicians.
Who's performing?
We've got Claire Luciani.
Okay.
Vianney. Garou.
Yep.
And hold on to your berets.
Okay.
The legendary pianist Lang is flying in from China. And Angelique Kidjo will be gracing the stage with her incredible blend of Afropop and jazz.
This is epic.
I know, right?
It's like a global musical love letter to Notre Dame.
Exactly.
Right.
And it's all being broadcast live.
Oh, good.
On French television and radio.
Okay.
So even if we can't physically be there, we can still be a part of the celebration.
I'll definitely be tuning in.
Me too.
This is shaping up to be a truly unforgettable weekend.
It is.
But what about Sunday?
Yeah.
What's happening then?
Sunday is all about the spiritual rebirth of Notre Dame.
Got it.
There will be 2 masses.
Okay.
One in the morning, attended by President Macron and all those dignitaries.
Got it.
And another in the evening, open to the public.
I read that tickets for those public masses were gone in a flash.
Yeah.
People are clearly eager.
They are.
To experience the sacred space of Notre Dame once again.
Absolutely. And it's worth noting that during that morning mass, the Archbishop of Paris will be consecrating the new altar.
Okay, I'm going to need a quick explainer on that one.
Sure.
What exactly does consecrating the altar entail?
It's a beautiful and symbolic act in the Catholic faith.
Okay.
Essentially.
Yeah.
The Archbishop will bless and dedicate the new altar, making it a sacred space for the celebration of the Eucharist.
Got it.
It's a way of formally rededicating the cathedral to its spiritual purpose, marking a moment of rebirth and renewal.
It's incredible to think that just 5 years ago, we were watching in horror as flames engulfed this iconic structure.
That's hard to believe.
And now here we are.
And now.
On the cusp of its grand reopening.
I know, it's amazing.
Witnessing this powerful act of spiritual renewal.
It's truly a testament to the enduring power of faith, resilience, and the human spirit. It's a reminder that even in the face of tragedy and devastation, there's always hope for a brighter future.
Beautifully said. This deep dive has been such a journey.
It has.
From the practicalities of security measures and event logistics to the profound symbolism of resilience and human connection. It's given me so much to think about.
It's been a privilege to unpack this moment in history with you.
Absolutely.
And, it's not just about Notre Dame itself, this event, this global outpouring of support and celebration. it has the potential to inspire us all.
I think so.
To think about the things in our own lives that need rebuilding, the bridges that need mending, the dreams that need rekindling.
That's a powerful thought.
It is.
It's like Notre Dame's restoration is a beacon of hope, a reminder that even in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges, renewal is always possible.
Absolutely.
But before we get too carried away with the symbolism and the feel-good vibes, I want to bring us back down to earth for a moment.
Back to reality.
It really makes you wonder, like, where we go from here.
Yeah.
You know, we've poured so much heart and soul into rebuilding Notre Dame.
Right.
What about all the other challenges facing our world?
It's a question that lingers, isn't it?
Yeah.
How do we translate this energy, this global unity into tackling issues like poverty and climate change?
Yeah.
Perhaps the lessons we learn from Notre Dame, you know, the collaboration, the dedication to a shared goal can serve as a blueprint for addressing these broader challenges.
I like that.
Yeah.
Blueprint for the future. Inspired by the restoration of the past.
Yeah, exactly.
But for now, let's savor this moment of triumph. We were talking about the reopening weekend.
Yes.
And frankly, I'm getting more excited by the minute.
I know, me too.
Saturday's lineup sounds incredible.
It does, doesn't it? And, you know, I was thinking about those incredible acoustics. Inside Notre Dame.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
It's going to be amazing to hear Renaud's music.
I know.
Echoing through that space. And Gautier Capuçon's cello. Just magical.
I'm sure it'll be a performance for the ages.
Oh, absolutely.
And then the concert.
Yes.
On the Parvis.
Yes.
Lang Lang. And Angelique Kidjo.
Yes.
Sharing the stage.
Oh, no. That's going to be incredible.
A fusion of cultures and musical styles that truly embodies the spirit.
It does.
This global celebration.
Absolutely. It's a testament to the power of music.
Yeah.
To transcend borders, bring people together.
And speaking of bringing people together,
Sunday's
events focus on the spiritual heart of Notre Dame.
The spiritual rebirth.
Right. The two masses.
Right.
One for the VIPs, one for the public.
Yep.
It's fascinating.
It is.
That even amidst all the grandeur and spectacle, they've made space for this quiet, contemplative moment of spiritual renewal.
It's a crucial element of the whole event, wouldn't you say?
Yeah.
It's a reminder that at its core, Notre Dame is a sacred space, a place of prayer and reflection, and the consecration of the new altar by the Archbishop. That's going to be a powerful symbol of the cathedral's rebirth, a moment of profound significance for Catholics around the world.
It's hard to imagine like a more fitting way to mark the end of this 5-year journey of restoration.
It's incredible.
From the ashes to the altar.
Yeah.
It's a story of resilience, faith, and the enduring power of the human spirit.
And it's a story that resonates far beyond the walls of Notre Dame.
Absolutely.
It speaks to our collective capacity for hope, for renewal, for finding beauty even in the darkest of times.
Well, listeners, it seems we've reached the end of our deep dive into the reopening of Notre Dame. I hope you've enjoyed this journey with us.
Me too.
Exploring not just the events themselves, but also the deeper meanings and questions they evoke.
It's been a privilege to share this exploration with you.
It has. It has.
And remember, this isn't just about a cathedral in Paris. It's about the power of shared stories, shared heritage, and shared humanity.
So as the bells of Notre Dame ring out once more, let's carry with us the lessons we've learned, the importance of preserving our past, the power of collective action, and the enduring hope for a brighter future.
Absolutely.
Until next time.
Yeah.
Keep diving deep.
Keep diving deep.